My name's Hellen Waera, the last born in a family of 4.
As a person, she's a very cheerful person, humble, and very friendly. In the family, she's regarded as a baby to all.
Helen is in Form 4. She will be sitting for her KCSE at the end of the year. She is 7 months pregnant. Teenagers make up 25% of the population, with statistics indicating that pregnancy accounts for 31% of all school dropout cases among girls. What happens to a girl who falls pregnant at such a crucial time in her life? Are teenagers prepared for the consequences of sex at such an early age?
I first suspected I was pregnant in February, and I confided in my friend, Liz, who told me that she knew of a nurse she could take me to. She lives in Langata, and we went there in April. I was first very scared because I didn't know what to expect.
I was suspicious because she would wake up in the morning, again fall asleep on the sofa set. Her behavior did not change much, but being a mother, I knew some of the symptoms. But they were just fears, and I tried to confirm with her, but she always answered in negative.
The nurse felt my stomach, kidogo kidogo, told me that I was 20 weeks pregnant, that's 4 months. And she asked me if I've told my family. Told her no, I was scared. So she gave me tips on how I'd tell them.
I started teasing Helen that she was really gaining weight, and I thought she was gaining weight because it's so unlike her. And we went to a friend's place, and I was telling her she's really putting on a lot of weight. And at some point I even told her, could she be pregnant? But it was just a joke. And about a week later, she SMS'd me one night. It was about at 8 in the evening. And she just SMS'd me and told me she can't keep it hidden any longer, and that she was 4.5 months pregnant. And she was saying that she didn't know what to do about it. She didn't know how to approach mom, and I was the first person she could tell in the family.
When I found out really she was pregnant, I was devastated. I didn't know how to express myself, but I must say I was really devastated.
How the school found out was a teacher, my English teacher, called me, and she told me that my pregnancy is being noticed by everybody.
So later I was called to the office. The headmistress had a talk with me where she explained how they went about it. And she said she has to follow the policy where they are told that they cannot keep a pregnant girl in the school because she's not a good role model. So that is when I was told to take her home.
Helen has been at home for 2 months. Some of her school friends come to visit her and spend their time with her. Close friends provide much needed moral support for a young pregnant girl.
I was a bit disappointed because I thought she was responsible, but what can you do? What can you seriously do? You can't leave her. I had to support her, and I'm still supporting her till the end.
If I got pregnant right now, me I'd abort. I'm not a baby fan. I don't have motherly instinct. I don't like babies. I'd be depressed. Yeah.
Actually, she's missing a lot because now she's out of school, and I think it will affect her negatively.
I have ensured that her education is not negatively affected by enrolling her for extra tuition at home. This will help her mainly when she's taking care of her baby and still waiting for the exams in October. So this is to make sure that she still catches up.
Count them again. There are 4 this side. How many on this side? How many sodiums? 2. And here? 2. And oxygens? Count them. 2. Balanced. To my surprise, I met a conformed girl, ready to work, and I didn't expect it.
The government and Ministry of Education are aware that teenage pregnancy is a growing concern.
Let me start by accepting that teenage pregnancy is a problem in Kenyan schools. And the problems really, the extent of the problem differs depending on the kind of school you are talking about, part of the country you are talking about. In remote parts of the country where levels of education are low, you find is much higher incidence of teenage pregnancy. But it's less of a problem in national schools, it's less of a problem in private schools where, which are expensive, where parents who have good jobs or are in business can afford to take their children. So really, it's much more of a problem in disadvantaged communities.
I go to Jemimah Hospital. It's in Uhuru Estate. I found about it through my sister and my mom. The hospital has been very helpful. It gives me counseling because normally they deal with teenagers who are pregnant, and they provide counseling. They give you tips like labor. They tell you more about labor, more about giving birth, more about how to breastfeed, how to take care of the baby. So it's helped me a lot. Now I know what to expect.
Prenatal care is especially important for teenage mothers because of the risks associated with early motherhood.
Helen came at 34 weeks and she underwent the routine tests that mothers go through when they are pregnant. We take them through health education talks that are educative to the mothers when they are pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is challenging because it is this is a pregnancy that comes when one is still in school, when one is not financially stable, when one is still under the care of the parents, when one is not yet married. And it is a high-risk pregnancy because it is associated with more complications, more hypertension, more rates of cesarean section, more rates of losing the baby, more rates of low blood in the body. So we treat it as a special case.
This is the head. So the baby is lying in, we call it a cephalic position. Cephalic is the head, meaning the head is presenting. If it would be presenting with the buttocks, you would say it's a breech. But this one is presenting with the head, which is a normal presentation of the head.
She's now at 38 weeks, and this is the time that labor can come anytime. So far, we've not seen any dangers that need intervention. So, you'll continue taking these tablets, one in the morning, one at night. If I compare your hands and my hand, mine are a bit more red than yours. And you're supposed, by the time you're delivering, you're supposed to have enough blood because you may bleed. And if you bleed so much, we want to avoid transfusion because of the risks of blood transfusion. Okay. Yeah.
What is it that the parents are doing to talk to their children so that they don't get into this situation? Do we have cases in this country where parents are still very shy. They can't talk about sex education to their own young kids, especially when they become of age. So the family background has a lot to do with it, especially the extent to which parents are honest with their young children. And pressure is a problem that they know about these things, so you might as well start talking to them in good time.
My family reacted very well. It wasn't the way I expected them to. They were very positive. My mom, she's been supportive, friendly. She hasn't been harsh on me. She cooks very good food, which I know it's for me, for my health. My sisters supported me through talking, counseling me. She's been kind, she's been helping me in shopping. They've been very good, generally.
I feel teenage pregnancies are a mistake. Because when you look at a girl who has gotten pregnant at such an age, they really become frustrated. If I had reacted differently, it can affect her in the sense that she wasn't the happiest person when she realized she was expecting. So it would have affected her negatively.
The psychological effect is another major factor in teenage pregnancy. Society has certain set structures that people are expected to follow. How is one affected when they breach these unwritten rules, and what is their place in society?
The reaction of the teenager depends a great deal on, if you like, the circumstances under which the person became pregnant. It also depends a great deal on the teenager's psychological adjustment at the time of her pregnancy. It also depends on the reaction of the people around her when they discover that she is pregnant. And it's also dependent on the teenager's own reaction to the fact of the pregnancy itself. When you discovered that you're pregnant, how did you feel?
I was shocked, a bit disappointed, but then I had to deal with the reality. Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't sure whether I was ovulating, so I thought I was safe. Yeah.
Okay. You've said something very interesting. You're 18 years old. Just for my own information, yes? How can you tell when you're ovulating?
I've been taught in school.
You've been taught in school?
Yeah.
When does a girl ovulate?
14 days after her period. Yeah.
And so, if in terms of stating a safe time for having sex, if one chooses to, what is a safe time?
A week before your ovulation, or a week after.
Or a week after.
Okay.
Very good. Okay.
What I want to do in life, I don't know if I'm going to get there. Though I know I will, but I don't know how. Because I have to take care of my baby first. I have to go find a job, raise it.
You have to train.
I have to train.
Yes.
In college. Now, see, I'll be too busy now. I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
There is always the element of the society feeling that teenagers, 18-year-old people should be in school and continuing with high school, university, college, and so on. The fact that one has become pregnant as a teenager represents, to some extent, failure of the society and community to put some of the sanctions that prevent youngsters from becoming pregnant at this early age. So I think there's a great deal of disappointment about that fact. There's a great deal of fear, like Helen has told us. But childhood always brings in a measure of joy to the society and community. So it's a mixture of all those. But I think if there's one overriding, is that of disappointment by the society.
Society is very hostile. So as a young mother, she has to find her place in society by being positive, accepting what she is now as a mother, but taking it positively. It all depends on her way of taking it, because the society will always look on the wrong side of things.
Disturb.
Na iweke tu hapo. Alafu niletee drip.
The head is down, so if pain comes, I want you to try and push. You push hard with your mouth closed. Close your mouth and push.
Okay.
If pain comes, try and push.
Yeah.
Hii njia ya mtoto nitajaribu kuifungua kidogo sababu ni kidogo. So tutakata ndio ikuwe kubwa kidogo mtoto aweze kupita.
Uende jambo mkuni usiende kifua sawa.
Sukuma katika.
Wacha kukata. Ukikata itarudi ndani.
Usikate.
Okay. Nikuishe naisha uchungu.
Another one.